Hey, what's up, everybody? How you guys doing? I'm back. Thank y'all for tuning in. How you guys doing? Today, I think this is a good time to do this one. I think this is a good time to do Naomi career ending video. I know these videos do get a lot of attention, but I try to do them when I really feel like that it's over. And at this point, especially after what's happened to Naomi recently, her career is over. Her career is dead. There's no more gonna happen with her. She's not gonna really win nothing big. Nothing's gonna happen. Her character is now ruined. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Now, I don't remember everything with Naomi before Triple H came, but it's some things not like other people. Some of people you remember a little bit more. Naomi, I do kind of remember what it was though with her under Vince McMahon. See, this is the thing. Triple H keeps ruining people's careers that Vince kind of was working with a little bit. Now, Naomi was never like a main event talent, and if she ever did get into the spot, she wasn't gonna really win. Like the most you would see her in was maybe a Chamber or a Royal Rumble or something. But under Vince, she was given more time to shine and to be a face character and get over with the crowd. I think one of the best things about Naomi and what she was used for was her entrance and to get the crowd kind of hype, and she was a likable character. She didn't come off like a bogus heel like what Triple H has made her to do today. I feel like the same thing that happened to Naomi is the same thing that happened to New Day. They were a team that were over being cheered on, but then you turn them heel to make them worse than what they were, even though they weren't really getting booked well to begin with. Because at least Vince had her like with Sasha and stuff. Remember, her and Sasha left at the same time right before Triple H came back. And I think that was for a reason. Probably because they knew once Vince, who cared about him more, left, they probably knew that Triple H was just gonna destroy him. I 100% think that if Sasha Banks would have stayed in WWE, she would have been jobbed out, broken down, just like Bianca and Naomi. She would have been jobbed out, broken down, really winning anything important. She would never. I think Sasha, even though what's going on with her in AEW isn't the best, but she is relevant. She's definitely relevant in the company, and it is something to see her walk around with all of these titles and then constantly get wins. So it's like they're giving Mercedes something. That's why I'm like, okay, she made some sort of good decision. Naomi probably should have did the same thing. Because as you can see, soon as Triple H came in, Naomi just became a jobber who mainly jobbed out to the talents that Triple H wanted to push, like a Tiffany Stratton. Yeah, she would pull a little win here and there every once in a while, but it never really meant nothing and amounted to anything. And 9 times out of 10, if she did beat someone, that same person was probably going to come back and beat her again, and it'd be the end of it. You know, ever since Triple H, like I feel like Vince did kind of make her look better and kind of give her time. Yeah, he wasn't pushing her down your throat like Triple H likes to do with other people, but he gave her a nice place, kind of like with New Day. He gave him a good place, a good spot where they could still get over, maybe sell some merch, the crowd will like them. He gave him a good place. I'm gonna say it again. Triple H got huge problems with his booking talents and who he thinks is good or not if he puts Bobby Lashley as a manager and then makes the Street Profits jobbers. Just like Vince kind of would let them get the tag titles. You see, Triple H just got them going in stupid circles and study losing all the time. And what's going? And you see, he did the same thing with Street Profits. Street Profits were over. They were faces. They were getting trilled by the crowd. Now look, now they're heels out of nowhere running around. See, Triple H keeps doing it. And notice that he's doing this to the minorities. Like that storyline that he gave Bianca, Jade, and Naomi, honestly, I don't think he would ever get that to any white people. Like, I'm just being real honest. Why do we keep seeing the black characters or the minorities going through these bad storylines that don't get them nowhere and that make them look foolish? It was wrong for Bianca to not believe Jade. It's just making everybody look like a bunch of liars and not like they're smart and know what's going on. Like soon as Jade attacked Bianca, Jade should have instantly knew it because Jade never did anything to show that she was trying to steal her shine, which Naomi was clearly doing. Naomi basically blamed Jade for what she was doing. You know But that's all. What like once Triple H got her, that's all Naomi was really doing. She was just jobbing out to people majority of the time. Like she was never really given a big light or attention. She was going. This is the main reason why I thought it was Naomi that attacked her, because I remember Naomi would get opportunities. Like she was getting opportunities for the mid card titles, and I think she got a couple of opportunities for the main title, but she lost every single time. But then here go Triple H grouping up everybody. He likes to group all the races together. Now you got Jade and Bianca, they're doing their thing, and now you're jealous of them, and you're grouping them up, trying to pretend that they're cool, but the whole time Naomi's jealous. You see, he's building grimy storylines to ruin people's characters to literally get nobody nowhere. You know, like I said, Jade came out, wrecked Naomi, but I bet you Triple H won't let Jade do that to some of his favorites. I bet you we won't see Jade wreck a Tiffany or wreck a Rhea or wreck not even a Liv Morgan. I bet you we'll never see that happen. And if it do, watch how referees come out and push her back. But since it's Naomi, hey, he lets it go. He lets Jade do whatever the hell he wants to Naomi to make her look weak and look pathetic. Like, why would you even start a storyline like this between them to turn Naomi heel, who's been a face the whole time, over with the crowd, just to get her beat up twice and not to get nothing out of this? Like, her career is over, man. For real, Naomi's career is over, is dead, is done. You dragged out that storyline so long just for her to admit to it, just to get her ass beat twice. And what I don't really like about it either is then you make her come out with a neck brace, which pretty much makes her defenseless, and still let her get her ass whooped. This is Triple H booking and writing. He destroyed her character. Mercedes Moné made the right decision. Staying here, if you're a minority and you staying in this company, you're done, man. EO winning doesn't mean nothing. Look what a coincidence Shinsuke loses right after EO wins. See, come on, wake up, man. And you know EO is not keeping this title past WrestleMania. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a triple threat between EO, Bianca, and Rhea. 9 times out of 10, and Rhea's going to win it back. It just gave it to EO just to make it seem like Rhea got something more to fight for. Just like when Rhea didn't have the title with Liv, she was always in the main event, always in the number one spot. She was spotlighted even more than Liv Morgan as a champion, just to come back, just to come back and win it and get it back, to make it seem like she got something to fight for, because Triple H knows if he keeps her as champion winning all day like she did when she first got it under him, it would get boring, even though it's still boring. But now he's trying to add a little something to it, like, oh look, Rhea got something to fight for. He kind of did the same thing with LA Knight, made you think he had something to fight for when you knew he was gonna win that title back. I mean, he did Shinsuke so wrong when it comes to his title run. Never really presented him well. Never really gave Shinsuke no kind of build matches or title defenses to really help him out. He literally would just send Shinsuke out just to attack LA Knight every once in a while to keep LA Knight relevant within that title scene. Yeah, I felt like he did Shinsuke pretty wrong. And Naomi, it's over with. It's over, man. This is just like the New Day. Turns you heel just so the crowd can boo you and not like you. Man, what a coincidence Triple H is doing that. But like I said, notice that he didn't do it with DIY. Notice DIY, they were kind of turning on one another too. And then you had Gargano starting to act like he was cool with the Machine Guns. Look how he was starting to write a storyline with them, but look how that never really ended up bad for them and ended up embarrassment for them, and they ended up just clicking back up together. Gargano goes heel and then they win the titles. Do you see the difference here? But he writes Jade to destroy Naomi, but that don't even gain Jade anything. What is Jade whooping Naomi really gonna gain her? Nothing. Naomi was already a jobber, not doing nothing important. Bianca only won Chamber just to make it seem like, because they knew that they were going to do this bullshit with Naomi. So that was like a way to make up for the bullshit that they know that this was, even though it's still not a make up, because Bianca 9 times out of 10 is not going to win a WrestleMania. This is why it's so messed up. This is why it's so wrong. And this is why I think her career is completely over. It's over. Mr. H is never going to give her any more opportunities. And now you turned her heel, so where the crowd going to boo her, and it's never going to get her nowhere and never going to do nothing. A ruined character. You ruined her character. That and you tried to ruin Bianca too, damn near. And what's gonna happen after this? I say at the most we'll get after this is Naomi Jade. Whoop de doo. Right? Like whoop de doo. Naomi Jade. Wow. Wow. And you know Jade is gonna win. Like, come on, man. This is ridiculous. Just broke this group up. I wouldn't be surprised he did this with the Street Profits. And then you see he want to do it with Lost Garza too. Why is Santos Escobar japping on Lost Garza for losing all the time, but then he don't never win? See, why does he do this with the minorities? He's always got them fighting each other and breaking each other down. Just like with the Bloodline and the Samoans, you just got them fighting each other and breaking each other down. Just like what he did with Solo and Fatu. Now they don't like each other. Do you see what's going on, guys? I don't know why people do not call this out more, because it's so blatant and obvious and it's so repetitive. And then to have Naomi get wrecked like that for nothing, you could at least extended it a little bit and made it seem like Naomi had some shot at trying to prove herself or act like some sort of threat. How in the world does Naomi wreck Jade like that, but then Jade comes out and wrecks her twice? How does that make sense? And then you threw Liv Morgan and Raquel in the mix just so you can have an excuse to give them the titles, because it made no sense at all for them to do it. So he just threw them in there just so they can win the titles from them. Now the titles on Raquel and Liv, who gonna probably have it for a while. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, man. This is, man, when I seen Jay, man, beat her up like that, man, I felt bad for her. Even though it was a heel, even though she did what she did, I felt bad for her. I found that really messed up too, that y'all were right, Naomi, to call Bianca ungrateful bitch. I find that to be pretty too. Like, damn, you would make sure she called her ungrateful. That whole scene was just a scene to make people hate on them. They already be getting hated on, but not over here, man. I love Naomi. She wasn't never one of my favorites, but I always liked her, and I always consider her to be solid in the ring, and I liked her entrance. I like Naomi. I really do. I like Bianca better, though. I do like Bianca better. I like Jade, but it's messed up what's going on with them. None of them are really, really getting much. And for all we know, Bianca might not even be cool with Jade after this. Because notice that Bianca really didn't be cool with Jade afterwards. They still kind of seem distant, you know. But yeah, Naomi's career is over. Just like the New Day. Bring Big E to ruin your moment on an anniversary. As you can see, Triple H does not want minorities to be celebrated or look good at. And people think, oh, this is good, when it's really just destroying them. It's not good. If it was good, they would have been celebrated like they should be celebrated. I bet you if Triple H came out and had some anniversary for himself, I bet you it wouldn't be people coming at him, making him look bad, ruining his anniversary. No, it's going to be everybody kissing his ass. So it's mighty strange he couldn't do it for the New Day or do it for no one else. You see, that's what it really is, too. And it's sad because what's the gain here? Naomi is ruined, just like New Day. Big E never returned. You just brought Big E to have an excuse to make, even them being mad at Big E for what they were mad about didn't even make no sense. You just pushing any little button to get the reactions and get what you wanted out of it, which is to destroy their characters and now say New Day sucks. And now merch sales go down. Oh man, it's over, Naomi. Man, I felt so bad for Naomi, man. It's over. It's over. Yep, just another one added to my list, man. Yep. Thanks a lot, Triple H.